All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do kind of a ride-along.
It's a
lot different. We're going to do a ride-along. We're actually doing our very first highway sale ever.
Yep.
We've never done one before. And we found out there was one in South Dakota. So we're going to jump on the opportunity and go try it out.
We did.
We're going to see how it is.
We are.
So rather than just try to, I don't know.
Recap?
We've never filmed anything like this. So we just kind of did a ride-along style video. We recorded with the phone in the car as we went.
Yep.
So here's that.
Hope you enjoy.
It's day 0 of the great South Dakota highway sale. And we woke up to some rain. And by some rain, I mean, last we checked for this week's total, it was about 7.7 inches. I don't know if you can tell out there. We have an absolute lake going through the yard. But it is supposed to rain the rest of the day as well. We ain't gonna let that hold us back. We're getting stuff ready. Should be able to get out of here in the next hour or so. It's not quite 6 a.m. yet. So we've got to grab some packages out of the eBay shop here. Get them in the car so we can get them mailed along the route somewhere. And we're gonna jump in the car and hit the highway sale. So see you on the road. All right guys, we're on the way. We have some road closures around because of flash flooding. It is super wet outside. It's
currently not raining.
It's currently not raining. Fingers crossed it stays this way, but looking at the sky, I don't think it's going to. So we're on the way. We're heading for Stickney, right?
Yep.
That's the first town?
Stickney.
We're heading for Stickney. See you in Stickney, South Dakota. We got just a little bit of water. This is crazy. And we're still raining. Yeah. So this is on Interstate 90. Like this is the actual interstate we're traveling on. And we have water right up into the lanes. It rocked it down to 1 lane here. So this should be an interesting highway sale.
Journey.
We are now pulling past the great city of Mitchell, South Dakota. A little hard to see out the dirty windows here. For those not familiar with the South Dakota landscape, this is the home of the world's only court palace.
It is.
And we would drive downtown and get you some video of that, but there's a Cabela's here. No. But actually, as citizens of South Dakota, we're sworn to never show that digitally. You have to come here to see the court palace. It's trade secrets.
Yeah, because they changed the corn on it and the images on the side of the corn palace every single year.
They do. It's completely free admission. All you have to do is come to Mitchell, South Dakota, the home of George McGovern.
Wasn't he a governor?
Yes. So this is Mitchell. You can see the skies have cleared a little bit. We've got some blue skies ahead of us. We still have ugly sky all around, but we have blue skies ahead.
We had sun a little bit ago.
We did. And we have heard there may be some roads closed up here to flash flooding that we might have to get detoured from. We're not sure. I guess we'll find out soon. So, all right, that's Mitchell. Next stop, Stickney, right?
Yep.
It's like we've got some DOT people out here trying to warn us. They're saying there may be some water over the road.
There's nowhere to get off though either.
No, it may be a turnaround situation.
I'm working on it, dude.
He's saying slow her down, Grams.
I'm working on it.
Ooh, look at that water up there.
Ooh, the other side is worse than our side.
It does look a little soggy up ahead.
I hope I can make through it.
We did see a Tesla on the side of the road going the other way. I wonder if this is why. I wonder if he got a little waterlogged. guys out here saying slow her way down.
Doesn't mean I'm not scared. I don't want to wash off the road.
There's a lot of water up there. Just watch the guy in front and see how deep it gets on his wheels here.
I don't think it's that deep on this side. I think it's mostly on the other side. Yeah, he's just pushing it.
He's in 4 to 6 inches of water. It's not running water, so it ain't gonna push us anywhere, but you wouldn't want to hit that at 80.
No doubt.
Oh boy.
I just didn't know how deep it was, so.
How you feeling now?
I'm better.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm better.
That was an extreme close-up. I was zoomed in. Okay, so hopefully that gets us through. We're not at the river yet. We weren't supposed to be. The river's quite a ways ahead of us yet. So hopefully this was the last big body of water till the river. There's a big chicken farm out there. And then there's that gray house shaped like a barn. Right along Interstate 90 here. When I was a wee boy, I lived in that house. And when I was a teenager, I worked at that chicken farm. That's hard to see from here. Oh, and I used to fish in that pond. There was bass in that pond. Now we're seeing something that's a little concerning up here. Once we get out here, we'll show you. But we're getting ready to stop at a coffee cup, which is a required stop. If you are ever going to Stickney, South Dakota, this is your way in. What am I looking at?
It's the sun.
It is the sun. So yes, if you're going to Stickney, this is the way in off the interstate. Is right past this coffee cup. But you'll see here, they block the interstate off going back the other direction. You're not allowed on it. So we have no way home. We're stuck in Stickney.
There's back roads.
So here's the coffee cup. This is your #1 stop. This is like the Buc-ee's of South Dakota, right?
Coffee cups are all over.
Yep, coffee cups are all over. So we're gonna grab gas, take a bathroom break, grab snacks, hit the road again. We're what, 10 miles from Stickney, maybe?
Yeah, but our first garage sale is in 7.6 miles.
There we go, 7.6 miles on the highway. We're gonna grab some garage sales. All right, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get out of here.
Yes.
All right, welcome to Stickney, population 284. This is home of the Stickney Corsica Cougars.
Home of the 281 Diner.
Home of the 281 Diner.
And previously home of some of Teresa's family.
Previously home of some of Teresa's family. So maybe it's 282 now that they're gone.
281 is because of the highway.
I was talking about the population.
Oh. It'd be more like population 270 because, you know, I have a huge family.
So we have occasionally had family reunions in this town. It is close to where I grew up and it's close to where Teresa's family lived. So we're here. We have how many garage sales here?
I don't know, like 10?
Maybe 10.
10 or 12.
About a dozen sales to hit depending on how many close for rain. But we are in the great town of Stickney and we're gonna try and find some deals. So, all right, we're going sailing, garage sailing. Sailing sounds like we're gonna hit a boat. All right, Stickney was a bit of a bust.
About one thing.
About one thing, and it's probably not very good, but it's a Nintendo card reader thing. I don't even know what it's for.
I don't know what it's called, an e-reader.
It's an e-reader, that's what it is. I don't know. But we had no service, we couldn't comp anything, so we had to pretend we were good pickers and make decisions based on our gut feeling. And
but I think it's kind of like the 127 sale or whatever, where people know it's coming, so they jack up their prices because there was a lot of stuff that was...
A lot of high-priced stuff, yes. A lot of out-of-range stuff, but it just wasn't very good. And pretty much every building we went into smelled like dirty old people's feet or something. It was horrible, the smell.
Hey, so ready? Show them my Ken.
Oh, she has a Barbie Ken shirt on. So that's Stickney, home of the Cougars. wasn't good for us, but now we are heading to the home of Pops.
The home of, well, the childhood home.
The childhood home.
Town.
We're going to Plankington. So, wish us luck. We'll see if we make any good buys there. All right, welcome back to another feature sticker. We're going to go choose a sticker.
We are.
Off the door.
Who's going to be the lucky one today?
Let's go find out.
I got to get my picker ready.
All right, who you got? Happy and Grumpy Picker.
That would be Kyle and Lori.
Get a 2-for-1 here because they both have a channel.
You do. I don't know, do they sell together and just have separate channels? Or do they each have separate eBay stores too?
I think they share an eBay.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I know they have 2 channels. They're friends of ours. We actually hosted the Planes to Profit event with them last year. This year. It was February.
It was this year.
It was this year. And their channel is Happy Picker and Grumpy Picker.
They're separate though.
I think they're most active on Happy's channel, and they do have a pretty active Instagram account.
Yes.
So make sure you go check out Kyle and Lori over at Happy and Grumpy Picker. Welcome to the hometown, Plankington, South Dakota. Population looks like 707.
It hasn't grown at all since you lived here.
No, it's actually shrunk. It was like 730 some when I grew up here. So this town is obviously doing well. They have their own lake, or at least today. This is, well, it's Plankington Pirates, home of the Pirates. I think they've actually changed it now to Plankington White Lake Warriors, but to me it will always be the Plankington Pirates, because if you're not a pirate, who are you?
God, you're so stupid. So stupid. Look at their new school.
They got a new school. But I think we got about a dozen sales here too, right?
Yeah, they got a new school because the other one blew up.
Yeah, the other school burned down.
It exploded.
It did explode. They had a gas leak.
They gotta find someplace that I can
They actually somebody actually died in that.
That's it.
Yep, we just passed a garage sale sign because Grams she's not good at this. So we're gonna do a quick UE here. Oh, we're driving by
no, we're not.
I could show you one of my old houses that way, but
we're not going that way.
We're not going that way. All right, so this is Plankington. There's not a lot to see here, but there are some garage sales, so we're gonna get to it. So it's all business from here on out. All right, we tried to get to a garage sale back there, but the street was completely closed because there's no more street. So we're gonna see if we can find our way around. Look at the water running right there.
Big bump.
So, oh, big bump. Grams can't drive. So yeah, we're seeing if we can find some back roads in. All right, we found our way around. Here's the garage sale over here. There's the road and the road closed sign where we were trying to come through the normal way. But we made it. We're here. All right, Plankington is done. We didn't do great, but we didn't do horrible. We got a few things, including our new passengers back there. We've got Pink Panther and
My Buddy doll.
The My Buddy doll, and it is an original My Buddy doll, but they're not worth a lot. He's just for my shelf. Pink Panther might be worth a little bit of something.
Yeah, like $100 and some dollars, I think.
But that means we are out of Plank and we are on the road to White Lake.
This is where we first lived when we moved back from the military.
It is. It is a budding metropolis of about, what, 400 people?
No, I'm banking on 325.
Okay, we'll find out. But I know it's under 500. It's a teeny tiny little town, so we should be able to clear White Lake pretty quick. All right, we made it to White Lake. There's the school, home of the Warriors, I believe. Their little town sign doesn't even have a population on it. I think maybe they're too small, so they don't even count them. That little nursing home is where Teresa's grandpa Johnny lived for a long time. And this is the big town of White Lake. There's not a lot here.
I worked at the motel and cleaned rooms for a little while.
Yep, Teresa did work at that little hotel. She also worked at a little grocery store here.
I did.
My folks owned a campground here and a construction business and a secondhand store and a plumbing store and a little bit of everything. But it's basically just this main street here And that's about all there is. So,
but so far it's the one with the most amount of garage sales for the smallest town.
Yeah, it says there's like 13 sales here, so we'll find out. We gotta hop across the road over here right up by the interstate for a sale. So we're gonna hit White Lake. We're here. There it is, guys. We found a population sign. What's that say? 372.
Ooh, I was off.
So we have solved one mystery in White Lake. But the first sale we went to wasn't actually there, so it looked like a salvage yard. I'm not sure if it was just a dumping ground for old campers.
Unless the address was wrong and it's actually this one that's up here.
All right, back at it. All right, here's a real piece of history. This is where my folks used to live, that little building on the side of the Quonset hut right there, that tiny little building.
Do another piece of information? That's
where we came every Wednesday night to watch wrestling.
And our kid was conceived over there.
Yeah, that used to be a laundromat. Little TMI, but yes. Sorry, Hannah. This is where the magic happened.
Oh, they like to.
This used to be a campground, and it looks like it's kind of a trailer park now, but
there and over here. This is a camper. Like, it is camping.
That is a little campground still. They just put a fence up. So, yep, this is some of the old stomping ground here. White Lake didn't treat us well. We did find 2 old Eagle fish finders that we got for $2.50 a piece. We'll be able to test those and see if they work, and if they do, that'll be all right. But that's about it. There was a lot of sales, but no decent stuff.
Nope.
So we're gonna jump on the road and head for the great town of Kimball. Kimball, South Dakota. Here we come, home of the Tractor Museum. Right?
Yes.
Off we go. All right, we are back in the rain, and we are at a much, much larger town now. We are in Kimball, home of the Kimball Coyotes. Colors green and white. 500.
Did you Google all of that?
500. No, I remember that from high school. 572 population. I did have to Google that.
As of 2020.
As of 2020. So we're about there. It's that way back to White Lake, it says. And this is also the home of a new Love's truck stop that never used to be here.
No, it didn't.
And the South Dakota Tractor Museum, the one and only. Literally, there is only one. So we're gonna go check out the Tractor Museum. We have been here. It's by appointment only.
I don't think it is. They're open right now.
Oh, they're open right now. Look at that.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because they're number 1. Actually, they're number 14.
Oh, there's a garage sale at the visitor center. So this is it, guys. This is the Tractor Museum. We're gonna start garage sailing.
I did not park right.
All right, guys. Kimball is done. We've finished Kimball, and I think Kimball had all the pants.
I did. I bought a lot of pants at Kimball.
We bought a lot of pants, like 15 pairs, I think.
Silvers, Miss Me, and Rock Revivals.
Yep. So we got all the pants out of Kimball, and we're leaving them with shorts only. And we are off to Puckwana.
Yep. Actually, we didn't leave just the shorts. We left all the spandex.
We left all the spandex in Kimball, so at the Tractor Museum.
Oh, God.
All right. We are off to Puckwana.
We call it Puck.
See you there. All right, we're making it to the big town of Puckwana. Population 233. They do not have a mascot for their high school team because they probably don't have enough kids for a high school team. But we made it here. And
it says there's nothing to do in Puckwana either.
Yeah, we asked it what there was to do. There's no cultural museums or anything. Like, there's nothing. Yeah, it didn't say. It said go back somewhere else.
We are gonna verify their bar though.
Hey, they have a 4-H ground.
So yeah.
So we'll let you know. We made it to Puckwana. We're gonna go find some sales. All right, Puckwana's done, and much like their school mascot, it left us disappointed.
It's because they don't have a school mascot.
They only had 1 pair of pants in the whole town, but we took them, and there really wasn't anything else. There are closed road signs,
and we went around.
We just drove around it. We did find a garage sale on the other side of the road closed sign, but we didn't buy anything, so we could have just left it that way. But we are now off to Chamberlain. Chamberlain. So big city of Chamberlain, where the Missouri River is. We're heading that way.
That one thing.
What thing?
Divinity? No, Destiny.
Destiny?
Destiny is in Chamberlain.
We'll get a little video of Destiny, the statue, up above the Chamberlain River. So, all right, that's where we're going. All right, before we get too much further down the road, we wanted to clarify the statue in Chamberlain is actually called Dignity, and the river in Chamberlain is the Missouri, not the Chamberlain River. So I think we're all good on our
geography
misspokenness. We're all good. We're heading that way. All right, we are in Chamberlain, just pulling off Interstate 90, and the population of Chamberlain is, I have no idea, and the high school mascot is, I also have no idea. We will try to find some things out so we know more about where we're at in the future, but they have an Ace Hardware and a Honda dealer, so we're confident we're gonna find some stuff here. There's our first garage sale sign right there. Oop, the mirror's in the way.
Oh, God.
There it is.
Road closed again. Uh-oh.
All right, another road closed sign. Look at this, guys. This is what we're dealing with at garage sales. Road closed, but we're going by it. We don't care.
Shh, close your eyes.
Rebels.
See, but the sale's like right there.
All right, we've got our poop in a group. Chamberlain, 2,400 population, roughly 2,400, a little over. Mascot, the Cubs, Chamberlain Cubs.
Sure.
Fun fact, Chamberlain Bridge near the campground in Chamberlain is where I wore the entire contents of a porta potty while in high school.
That wasn't in high school.
No, that wasn't in high school.
That was after we got married.
That was after we got married. That was my job when I worked back. We ran porta potties, like we set them out, we pumped them and cleaned them, but the hose exploded on me and I wore the whole contents of the porta potty in the middle of winter, and my folks wouldn't let me back in the vehicle. Well, my dad would let me back in the vehicle until they hosed me off.
And made you strip down.
So cold.
Underwear.
So cold, guys. Not cool. Not cool. So that's it. We got about 10 sales. We're gonna hit them, and this is probably our stopping point for the night. We're gonna see if we can find I don't know, something that's not murdery, somewhere to sleep. Getting a little bit of scenery here. Finally something that's not flat in South Dakota. You don't see a lot of this East River, but we do get a little bit of hill every now and then. Starts usually about Chamberlain. All right, here comes, this is the famous bridge right here. It was on this side, the left-hand side by the walkway.
That Corey got shat on?
Yep, that I blew a hose up on a porta potty and I wore it in the middle of winter, and I had to hose off before I could get in the car to come home. So, Chamberlain, fond memories. All right, Chamberlain, it's a wrap. We did get a few things here. We got a depth finder, another depth finder. We've got a marine grade radio, like a CB for a boat. We've got a $2 Nikon Coolpix. That's cool.
Yep, with a charger.
With a charger. We had to pay $2 for the charger too. We had to pay $4 total. Yeah, he made us pay $4. So, whatever. Still $4 for a Nikon and a charger. That's it, right? That's pretty much it. I don't think we got anything else here.
Did I get those Ariats here?
No, that wasn't here. That was in Puck. We got one pair of pants, I remember.
Yep.
So that is it. We're actually going to call it a night because it's about 6 o'clock now. So we're going to stop right here in Chamberlain and grab a room, and then we're going to move on in the morning. This is probably just a little over halfway. So we should be able to finish it all tomorrow. All right, we are arriving at
Dignity.
The Dignity statue. That's her right there. And since we repeatedly are trying to rename her after one of Destiny's children instead of Dignity, no, that's not a parking spot. We figured we'd come out and visit her. So there she is. We're gonna hop out and have a look. All right. See if we can see this statue.
all her glory.
The making of.
She stands 50 feet tall.
50 foot tall.
16 foot deep and 32 foot wide. That's cool.
It's like South Dakota's Beyonce. Right?
No.
Alright, it appears as though Arrowwood Resort.
And
Where's the
conference center.
sign? There it is. Arrowwood Resort and Conference Center. That's where we were able to snag a room. So we're gonna go check it out. Alright, we got a deck. And we're facing the river. And it's not a terrible room, but it's really muggy because the AC was off. So it's really warm. But here we are, home for the night. We'll get back with you tomorrow, day 2. All right, good night. All right, we are back on the road again. We are done with Chamberlain. We've gotten up. There's no rain today. It looks gloomy but dry. So we are heading to the next town. And I believe the next town is Reliance. So we'll see you there.
One sale.
One sale. So heading to Reliance. Alright, so there is the town of Reliance. We're not going into town, we're going out in the country here beside Reliance. But 128 people population. It is truly a town that doesn't matter.
No. It's like 4 blocks.
So it's about 4 blocks long. Their school mascot is non-existent because they don't have a school. They go to school with the Chamberlain Cubs. So that's Reliance. We're gonna hit one garage sale on the outskirt here on the next exit. So that is the total of Reliance. Right. Reliance ended up a bust. We just ended up in a really creepy area and there was nothing there except a bunch of abandoned cars. So we ditched that. We are headed now to where?
Presho.
Presho. So Presho Lyman, that's where we're headed. All right. So here's what it looks like heading to our next town. Just miles and miles and miles and miles of absolutely nothing. The Great Plains of South Dakota. So we get about 1 stop, 1 sale, and then we got about 40 miles of just nothing. That's some tough garage sale. Yeah?
Yeah, but it's not 40 miles. It's 16 miles.
It's 16 miles, but it feels like 40 miles in the Great Plains. Alright, we made it to Presho, home of the Raiders, home to 472 of the finest souls on South Dakota soil, and we are here to buy their crap. So hopefully, well, we did, you can see we made it the same time the rain did. It is pouring on us again. So we're hoping some of these garage sales are still open. We're gonna go check it out and see if we can find a few things to take out of here with us. All right, we're in a heavy rain, so it's hard to hear, but that was Presho.
And it was a bus.
It was a bust. Out of 5 sales, there were 4 sales, there were none open. They all closed up for the rain. So we are headed to Draper. All right, we made it to the town of Draper. Huge, huge population. Huge.
Yeah, most of their garage sales are in one building.
That's because their population is 45.
Is it 45 or 49?
It's 45. So population 45, Draper, South Dakota. That's where we're at. And we may, for the first time, see some sun today, it looks like. The sky's cleared up, so maybe Draper's our lucky charm.
I think so.
I hope so. So we're gonna go visit the one family that lives here and see if they have something for us. Draper was not bad. We actually bought stuff.
The town, yeah, the town there, we did get an update. They have a population of 62 now.
Oh yeah, Google was wrong. The town people have spoken. they have more people than what Google thinks.
They did have some really cool stuff there. I couldn't fit it in my car. They had 2 Dr. Pepper bicycles with Dr. Pepper helmets.
In the box.
In the box, brand new. They also had a brand new Dr. Pepper grill. They just had some cool stuff there.
One of the people that lived there worked for Coca-Cola. So they had some really cool stuff. But I found a fluorescent Pepsi light.
Yeah, out of all the Coca-Cola stuff, the one and only Pepsi item Corey bought.
So I snatched that up. That's for me. The other 2 things we bought were actually for sale. We bought a Coca-Cola rack, like a display rack.
That's brand new.
And it's brand new in the box, and it looks like it comps pretty well. So, yay, Draper. You pulled it out. Now we're going to where?
Murdo.
Murdo. We're heading to Murdo, so we'll see you in Murdo. All right, we made it to Murdo. There's the water tower. Population 475-ish.
Yep.
And this is the home of the coyotes, apparently. We have hit our first garage sale on the outskirts, and it looks like we're coming up on another. That's a sign.
I don't think that's... I think that's a sign for them.
The one that we just went to?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we've got a bunch in Murdo here, and the sun's out. It's not raining. We're going to try and make the best of it while we can. So, Murdo, here we are. There it is. Murdo is the home of the South Dakota Pioneer Auction. And these morons trying to carry a fridge like he's going to stop it if it starts going. So, Pioneer Auto is behind us. We passed that. That's a pretty cool, like, car museum. Definitely worth stopping in if you're ever around Murdo. All right, how'd you feel about Murdo?
It wasn't bad.
Murdo was not terrible. It was sunshiny, got nice outside.
It's hot.
There's one place that smelled really bad of dog poop, but other than that,
it was bad.
The rest of Murdo was pretty good. We found a few things.
We did.
And we'll make a little bit of money out of Murdo. So we are off to Kadoka. We are entering Kadoka. And apparently we are in the middle of the Kadoka Buffalo Stampede rodeo thinger. We didn't know that was going on today. So we'll have to come in here nice and easy. But there it is, right over there. Not gonna see much because they've got it gated pretty good. We'll see a few horsies.
Did you just say horsies?
I said horsies. Oh, there's a whole bunch of horsies over there. See if I can zoom in. Hey, there's a horse's ass.
Oh, he's totally mudded out.
So Kadoka, 450 some odd. That says 654 population as of the sign today. So that's what we're going with.
And the high school is the home of the?
High school, they're the home of the Cougars with a K. Hopefully their high school football team's colors are not white. Otherwise the Kadoka Cougars kicker could have a PR problem. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're here. And we have some sales here, so we're going to see if we can find some good stuff. Other than maybe if we get bored and we get swamped, we go to the rodeo.
We're not going to the rodeo.
We're probably not going to go to the rodeo. All right, we're going to get to work. We finished Kadoka, but we got a rattly silverware problem. Gramps is making all kinds of noise back there trying to fix it. We got skunked. Wasn't good here. We went to some sales, but it wasn't great. They're having a street dance downtown later tonight, and they have the rodeo today, and I think people in town are just preoccupied. So nothing coming with us from Kadoka. We're heading to Phillip.
Phillip.
Hey, welcome to Phillip, South Dakota. Population looks like 779. Right out of the great rolling plains of South Dakota. This is off the beaten path a little bit. It's off the interstate by 10-15 miles, so there's probably not going to be many sales here. I think we just got one or two.
One or two.
So we're going to hit these. And it's the home of the Scotties, whatever that is. I don't know if that, like the little dogs or Irishmen. It could be either. But this is where we're at. So we're going to go look for these two garage sales and then remove ourselves from Phillip. that's Philip. We're done with Philip. We didn't do too bad here, actually. We got
cosmetics and Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, we bought about 30 different cosmetic things at one garage sale. We got 2 pairs of Wranglers, new with tags.
They're kind of off colors, so one's green and one's brown.
Yep, and they're a little bit of a weird size, so I don't know.
Hey,
for $5, you had to take a chance.
That wasn't this town, but in the last town, was that Kadoka? Yeah, or wherever we were the last one, they could have used those brown pants while they were at the bull riding, because the one guy had blue jeans on and they were brown by the time.
Yeah, his pants were already brown, but I don't think it was mud.
No, it was. Well, it might have been poop.
It might have not been mud.
It might have been poop, but they were roping and riding in the mud after the rain the last few days.
Yeah. So we are done here in Philip, and our last stop is Wall. So we're heading to our final destination.
Can I say one thing?
Say one thing?
Wall Drug.
Wall Drug. We'll get our 5-cent coffee and hopefully not skunk down garage sales. Well, I might.
You can get your 5. It's like freaking 80 degrees out.
You can't go to Wall without taking coffee. They won't let you leave.
I don't know.
It's the rule. It's in their bylaws.
It went from being cold yesterday with the rain to being
warm and sunny.
Hot today.
It's bumpy. Oh, Philip, Teresa jumped a curb with her car like Dukes of Hazzard, but we won't talk about that.
Shut up! There's no proof.
So,
no proof, no pictures, no proof. It didn't happen.
I'm the proof, the eyewitness, and I am a credible witness. Incredible witness, at the very least.
Nice try.
All right, we'll see you in Wall. There is Cottonwood, South Dakota. We've just passed the population sign. This is a population of 9. So, I don't know if they're all related, but there's 9 people there.
Yeah, there's a lot of campers.
Cottonwood, South Dakota. They might have company.
Oh, maybe.
There it is, guys. And we're coming up on Wall. You can see we're starting to turn a little more sandy and deserty looking because we are getting closer to the Badlands. Not quite to the Badlands, but terrain's starting to change a little. Let's see. So we've got just a little jump to make here, and then we'll hop off the interstate at Wall. Wall has about 700 people, so it's still a pretty small town. Home of the Eagles.
I don't know. Home of the Wall Drug.
Home of Wall Drug,
coffee.
the 5-cent coffee. As soon as you get close to South Dakota, you'll start seeing all these nice billboards out here. And they're all the way along the length of South Dakota pointing to Wall. So the best advertised small town in South Dakota, probably.
We got dinosaurs here too.
Yeah, we got a dinosaur coming up. Might be able to see him there. And Wall, I'm not sure when Wall was discovered or founded, but it's here, and it's been here a long time. So contrary to popular culture and belief, Trump did not build the wall, South Dakotans did. So we're gonna go garage sailing here, and this is our last town, then we're gonna head home.
It is.
All right, let's get to it. So we're in Wall, so we figured we'd do the whole tourist thing and actually show up at Wall Drug.
For anybody that doesn't know, it's like a gigantic store in there.
It is. They found out how to make a mall work again. So we're here.
Wall Drug Cafe.
I see. Wall Drug Cafe entry.
You're recording the wrong way, aren't you?
We're going to Wall Drug. We're gonna go find something to eat. All right, so that was it. We didn't really mention how Wall went as far as garage sales, but we did buy a few things.
We did. We've only bought, I think we bought a mini TV, which we typically don't pick up.
Yep.
Some perfume, what do you call that thing? The coveralls, they were like vintage.
Yeah, we bought a pair of Levi's Phillips 66 like working coveralls.
Yep.
That were vintage, that were in great shape.
Other than that, I'm trying to remember what else we bought there.
We did just
I
food.
do know. We bought some inflatables.
We did buy 3 inflatables and 2 Elvis things.
Yep. And a Mickey Mouse Department 56.
So we did pretty good at Wall.
We did.
So Wall was the wrap up for our highway sale. It ended up being from our house to the first sale was like 80 some miles. Once we got to the first set of sales in Stickney, it was 207 miles to the end in Wall, and then 207 miles back plus the 80 some back to the house. So it ended up being almost 400 miles each direction, plus all the driving around.
Dude, you did that math very well.
For all 600. 290 something. Yeah, math is
600 miles.
Math is not our strong suit here. So it ended up being about 600 miles in total.
Yep.
We did it in 2 days.
And we only filled up gas when we left.
And when we came back.
And I still have.
A little less than half.
Yeah.
Yep. Somewhere between a half and a quarter.
The joys of a hybrid.
So what did you think of our first highway sale, I guess you'd call it?
It was long.
That's it. Yeah, highway sale's long.
It was long. Like, I didn't think it was bad when we went for the first few towns that are like, they're here, and then it's like a 10-15 minute jaunt to the next one, and 10-15 minute jaunt to the next one, whatnot. But it was once we got on the second day, once we got farther out in the, what we call the boonies, out by Rapid City and in the Black Hills.
We never made it to the Black Hills.
No, but the Black Hills area. Like West River.
Yeah, once we crossed the river in Chamberlain, which was the start of our second day is crossing the river, we went where we refer to it as West River, which is very creative. Who would have ever thought of that? Once we hit West River, things get a lot more...
Sparse?
Yeah, very sparse. I mean, there's very little to see. I mean, East River is very plain. There's nothing to see here.
No.
West River is like a different planet. It's just empty. You see one house every 15 miles, and it's just plains. And it was...
Plains, and we did get into some...
It was much harder picking over there. We did find a lot more sketchy spots over there. I mean, we did one garage sale they had posted in the book, basically just put us like in somebody's personal salvage yard. There was nothing there.
Yeah, we did not
It was
stop.
like, we drove through it and got back on the road as quick as we can because it was very Hills Have Eyes vibe. And we weren't sticking around for that. And it was rainy and muddy. I could just see a horror movie. We get stuck and then murdered and then somebody taxidermies us.
You can't. You have to cut. You have to bleep that out and say unalived us. Or is that only on TikTok that they have to say unalive?
I don't know. I don't play by those rules. So yeah, we didn't want to end up on somebody's wall, so we just left.
No, and most of the towns once we got over there were anywhere from we were saying they were like
600 and up.
Yeah, they were 600 and up, but they were like between the 300 and 700 range, roughly.
Yeah, and we kind of go through that. Well, if you made it this far, you already seen that. We kind of went through that. The smallest town we went to, or we didn't go to it, we drove kind of through it by it, was a population of 9.
9.
So went to some very small areas, which was fine. And we found a little bit of stuff, but really, I think our initial impression when we said we were going to do this was, we don't do highway sales because they're kind of a waste of time. You could find just as much locally at community sales.
For us, we can.
With less effort.
Mm-hmm. I do still agree with that.
I still agree with that. That was a lot of effort. Actually, by the time you pay for the hotel rooms and the gas and the food, and we ate like crap all week, well, for the 2 days we were gone. By the time you get all that done, it's what we brought back, we'd be really lucky to double our money.
Yeah, but we're not going to lose money off of it.
We're not going to lose money. It'll pay for everything, including the items, and we'll probably double our money, but that's not the typical.
No.
We usually do much, much better in terms of margin on the stuff we buy. It's just, this was much more expensive. So,
yes.
Would we do it again?
Maybe.
Maybe. I think it was kind of almost fun as a little mini vacation more than anything.
It was. We met some really nice people along the way.
We did. We met some cool people going along. I think if you did this with a group of people like us and a couple other pickers, it could be a lot of fun. Just a little mini vacation getaway.
Well,
working vacation.
Yeah, because we had fun. I don't know if I'd say in Las Vegas when we went sourcing just in that vehicle, that was a blast.
Yeah, picking with other pickers is fun. So I think in that sense, it would be a lot of fun to do another one. Just not, like if we did it with just us, that's more of a working trip. I mean, that seems more like business.
Yep.
And it's not a very sound business decision for us.
No.
No, well, this one wasn't. Maybe other highway sales are different. This was our first one. We did do 100 and some odd sales probably by the end of it. Just over 100 sales.
But you know what made me giggle about it, though?
We just barely filled one car.
Yeah, we did fill the car. There was one little spot left, but the trunk was completely full.
And the back seat was full all except for a little spot behind the passenger side.
Yep. The one thing that made me giggle, though, is this journey that we went on. They have a Facebook page.
They do?
Yeah.
No, they do.
Oh.
I know they do.
It sounded like you were saying they do. And one of the posts that was on there was, please watch out, or please own, how did they word it? Something about watch for the green signs. Yeah,
it was a public service announcement that they had green, everybody that paid to be part of the highway sale would have a green sign.
Yep, and they did with a number.
And if they didn't have a green sign, they didn't pay to be part of the sale. So they were kind of insinuating...
Don't stop.
By the way they said it, that if they were not paying garage sale participants, you shouldn't go to their place, which is just very stupid.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to go to every garage sale. I don't care if they paid to be in it. Matter of fact, we always expect in a community sale or any kind of advertised sale, there's always the small pop-ups around it.
Yep.
Those are almost always the better sales.
We did meet somebody that along the way that we had met before.
Did we?
We did. So when we stopped in Chamberlain, the last garage sale it wasn't really a garage sale.
Oh, yes, we did.
It was just like they had tables set up. It was almost like a flea market.
It was kind of, I guess it was probably the most highway sale of the highway sale.
It was on the highway. They
just had all kinds of stuff in the grass alongside the highway.
Yep. But he is actually, so a week ago, we went on a date night and we went to an estate sale. A live auction. And he is actually the auctioneer.
Yep.
And so he had taken a bunch of stuff that I think he ends up with, and he brings it to those and
Did you see him first or the items first? Because I recognized the items that were at the sale, and I was like, oh, I know these items. We just saw them.
I recognized him first.
You recognized him first?
I did recognize him first.
So once we saw the items, and apparently she saw him, then we knew right away that that was his.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the auction house? I don't remember. I know it's up in Miller is where he's based out of.
St. Lawrence, yep.
And he put on a really good auction, so we'll be watching for his to go to more auctions because the prices were more than fair.
He is Dakota Diamond, so it's D-A-C-A-T-A-H, which is not the typical way to spell Dakota. Dakota Diamond Auctions, and he is out of St. Lawrence, South Dakota.
Yep. And we didn't buy much there because he is a reseller. Ooh. He was priced up, but we did scavenge through everything enough to find one good buy.
It was. We found a digital camera. Then it made me giggle because it was on the Everything's $2 trailer.
Yep.
And Corey found the camera, and then he dug a little bit farther in another box, and he actually found the battery charger for it.
We got lucky and did find the charger.
But they charged us $2 for each thing, even though they go together.
We had to pay $2 for it,
so we paid $4
for the charger. But
we paid $4, and I think I have it drafted, and I just have to take pictures of it because I did charge it while we were at the hotel.
And it worked.
And it works.
That's kind of our take on the highway sale. I don't know that we would do one again unless we were looking just to do it as a fun thing.
Yep.
That it just business-wise, it wasn't a very sound business decision for us.
No, and I have heard people talk about like the 127 sale and some of those other sales about how you really, if you're in it just to go. But there are some that say you might have to dig to get good deals on some stuff.
I would say from our experience so far, which is minimal, this is our first one, obviously, I would say stick to the community sales and stuff around you. Hit those really hard and watch your surrounding communities. Like we would have drove as far as Stickney or Mitchell or some of the places we went for a good community sale. But I don't think we would go back for the highway sale.
No. And we have gone, like Stickney is probably 30 minutes. And
people show up a lot better for
citywide.
The citywides in those communities than they do for this. I think it's because they don't have to pay to do the citywide.
No, and to do the Scavengers Journey,
you had to pay to
You had to pay. You can either pay them and get a digital copy. We were, like I said in the previous video, I think, we were blessed. Somebody sent us a copy of the book.
Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't even have known about it. We didn't even hear about it anywhere. It's not very well publicized. Like they're making you pay for sales. They're not spending the money on marketing because we wouldn't have heard about it had somebody not shared it with us and told us about it. So I think they could improve a lot.
And I think the hard piece was some places that we did see, because did you take a picture of that one? their Scavengers
I grabbed
Journey
a flyer.
sign.
Yeah, they had flyers in the gas stations and stuff.
But they
so
were
they
only
did a
in the
lot of,
towns that it was close
Yeah.
by. Like, you got to come out to Sioux Falls and do it out there.
Yeah, they found bulletin boards in the little gas stations and stuff, and they pinned something up. But there was nothing on social media or anywhere you would typically look for a garage sale. At least nothing we saw. So I guess I would say they have a lot to be desired on marketing. If they're going to charge to be part of it, plus charge to get the list,
Yep.
they should probably figure out a way to market it better.
Yep.
I would probably put that list out there for free to everybody I can find, because you want participants, right?
Dude, maybe we should.
We could host our own highway sale.
Well, I was going to say, because you could go from north of South Dakota, like by Aberdeen and Watertown, and go Aberdeen, Watertown, Brookings, Madison.
Well, stay tuned. We may have a Grams and Pops highway sale. We would really have to do it better than they've done it, though.
We would.
For a 20-year-old highway sale, this one was kind of a flop.
Yep.
So that's it. We don't want to beat up on them. We did have fun.
It was.
We did find some good deals. Just not something you would want to do as a business thing. So
Nope.
that's
And
it.
lastly,
Oh my God.
we did not kill each other being in the car for 2 full days, all day long.
No, it was fun.
It was. We annoyed each other at some points, but that's typical with us.
That's because she can't drive.
There's no proof. Still no proof.
There it is. I
No
was
proof.
there.
Just you. No, who's gonna believe you over Grams?
She's great. Next time I'm driving.
No. No.
All right. So we're going to get out of here, and we will see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.